Hey guys, and welcome back to the new video in this Manchest United series. This is going to be episode number 6, and in this episode we get a blockade from the board, so it's going to be very hard for us to do any business in this transfer window. I'm going to be showing you how we did in our third season in the first half of it, and we're doing very well in the Champions League. I also make a tactical change, so go ahead and watch the rest of the video to find out what kind of changes I made. Let's start off with a player sale. Diego Dalot left the club for Villarreal for 43.5 million in total. This guy never really played a lot when I was boss. The first season he played more, but this season he played less and less because I didn't really need him. Was a good player for us, just don't think he's good enough to really play Champions League or anything higher. So managed to just get rid of him for 33 million. Also loaned out Ouedraogo again, this time to PSV Eindhoven in the Netherlands. I'm gonna get a lot of playing time there, hopefully for the remainder of the season, and hopefully this guy can improve a lot more. And then also a youngster from us we've sold, Alessio Scandura. He was a regen, like not anything special. Southampton wanted to pay 2.9 million for him. Sure, go ahead and pay that. And that's basically it. Then we also brought in one player, which I already agreed that he was going to join us a lot before, but Jose Romero for 7 million, and look how good this guy already is as a advanced forward. This guy is going to be insane. I'm going to try if I can loan him out a lot. He has a driven mentality, potential ability very high, mentally insane, technically very good, so I hope this guy develops. Another Argentinian, bought him in for only 7 million, so I hope that he's just gonna get some playing time somewhere else. What kinda sucks about this game is that I had like a lot of money lined up, like almost 44 million, 50 million to buy in like other players, and I also sold Dalot so I could get a replacement. And then once the transfer window started, so the 1st of January, the board told me, hey, we're going to lower your transfer budget due to our financial performance to 900k. So all the money that I saved up to buy wonder kits or to buy replacements was gone immediately. So currently I don't really have a lot of money to work with, so don't really expect any other sales or any other players to buy in this January transfer window, because the board just blocks us from buying any players in this January transfer window, which is very sad. Anyway, that's just how the game works. Next thing I'll be showing you is how we did in the Champions League and how we did in the other competitions. This is how we did in the season, and as you can see, we started off with some pretty rough games, losing against Newcastle, tying Liverpool, losing against West Ham and tying Aston Villa, while also losing against Tottenham and Brentford. It looked pretty there, so I decided to change it up a little bit because we were losing a lot of games which I really didn't expect it. For example, these games right here. And now that I look back to it, it doesn't look that bad, because in the Champions League, as you can see, we win against Villarreal, Barcelona, St. Gallen, AZ, Real Madrid and Ajax, which means that we're still unbeaten in the Champions League. However, after this game against Brentford, I decided that I wanted to do something different and I changed our tactic. So what I do with tactics, I'm not a tactic genius, I just take them from the website, and right there I just fill in all the roles that I want to play. So I have also added the roles in the tactic to my Excel sheet video. In that video I explain how you can start playing FM based on data, so go ahead and check out the link in the description below. And after I implemented that tactic, we have only one. So one against Chelsea, which is impressive, Manchester City, Arsenal, I think Aston Villa were doing pretty well, and we have them up next. So very impressive that this tactic suddenly seems to work. And all of this means now that we're in 2nd place in the English Premier League, which is really good, really impressive as well. Only 6 points behind Liverpool, and already I think 2 points ahead of Manchester City. But our goal, of course, once again is to finish in the top 4. Although the board expects us to win it, we're just going to try to finish in the top 4. And also for the UEFA Champions League, we are actually already through to the next round because we can't really be, no one can stop us anymore. If we just win one of the 2 remaining games, and I think they're against Antwerp or Monaco, so easy games, we should go on and go through undefeated and hopefully skip another round, because with 1 win I think we skip another round. In the Carabao Cup we have been defeated by Liverpool, and in the FA Cup we're now playing against Bristol Rovers, who are in League 1. So shouldn't be that hard. And for the tactic that I was using, this was the old tactic with these guys as the ball winning midfielder and a segundo volante, and this is the new one. So not really a lot changed. I've only added the defensive midfield roles and the fullback roles, and I've changed some of the possessions. Once again, all these tactics are from the FM Scout site, so go ahead and check those out. One little thing changed, and that is that Scalvini and Romero switched places, because Romero apparently is a very good defensive midfielder with all of his mental stats. So he has moved into the midfield and Scalvini back into the defense. Other than that, I feel like all of my players are doing really good. I'm not really happy about Luckely. I think he makes too many mistakes still, so he needs to really step it up if I want him to stay along for a little bit longer, because if he keeps making mistakes I don't really like it. But like in the last couple of games I didn't really notice because we won a lot, so it doesn't really matter. Other than that, Marcus Rashford is on his way back. He has been out for almost 7 months now, so he's expected to be back in 3 to 6 weeks. I'm not sure how much this guy is going to be playing, because Højlund is actually been playing very good with 21 abs and 16 goals. He's doing things that he should be doing, and he is also improving upon that. This guy is getting better every day, so really happy to see that he is developing so much. Anyway, that's the whole of the tactic. What I will be doing now is I'll be swimming through to the end of January and show you what kind of transfers we possibly made. Once again, I don't think we're going to make a lot of transfers because we don't have the money since the board blocked us, and we don't really have a lot of money to spend. I did save up a lot, like I said, but sometimes the game just wants to really make a mess out of it. Let's just say it like that. Anyway, I'll be back at the end of the January transfer window after we played all of our Champions League games, and you'll see if we can keep the undefeated streaks in the Champions League going. So see you in a blip. Hey, just real quick, if you liked the video, please leave a like down below and subscribe for more. It really helps me out if you like the video to push it out to other people, and also subscribe if you want to be notified of all my uploads. Anyway, I'm not gonna say anything more, let's get on with the video. It is the 3rd of February, which means that the January transfer window has closed in our 3rd season as Manchest United's boss. Anyway, to give you an example, we are currently in 7th when it comes to wages being paid, and look how big the gap is to Manchester City. They're almost paying twice as much as we are, but we really needed to fix the finances. And you can also see it right here when we go ahead and look at our wages. We have gone down once again to 4.2 million a week, which is still insane, but it's just not where we need to be. We really need to start getting some prize money in, start selling some players for a profit, because our net debt is still 400 million. We did do some sales, and we brought in some players in this January transfer window, so let's jump straight to that. Since the board decided to take away all our transfer budget, we needed to sell someone, and I wasn't really expecting to sell anyone, but then suddenly a bid came in for Mason Mount, 81 million from AC Milan, and I'm still getting a lot if he plays like a couple of games. I think 50 games I get like another 20 million, so I'm happy that they bought him. He wasn't really playing for us a lot. Of course, we lost another squad registration player who has been playing in England, but it shouldn't really matter too much. I did buy someone who has the same squad qualifications as a replacement, not really in his position but just in the team. So let's go ahead and also jump straight to which players we brought in. From that, I think we got about 50 million, and with the 50 million we bought in 3 or 4 players who aren't going to be starters but are going to be filling in the gaps that we needed. So what you saw before is that we sold Diego Dalot, and of course we needed a replacement for him. So I was looking and I wanted some value for money deal, and I brought in Dennis Serkin. By no means an insane player, just a good backup. Played in England his whole life, went to Sunderland, and then we bought him for 16 million from Sunderland, which is not a bad deal for a backup left back. I'm going to try to retrain him also as a right back, but for now, as I do with all players that come in, I will put them in the roles that I want them to play, and I want him to become a fullback in the attack. Very well rounded, as you can see, nothing really special, but he's just a backup player, so I'm fine with it. Then the second player we brought in as a direct replacement for Mount is Anibal Moreno. Mount was earning 230k a week, and this guy is earning 65k a week, and he's better as a defensive midfielder than Mount was. This guy cost us 10.5 million to buy from a racing club. He's never really left Argentina, but I decided to bring him in. He's a rotational player, he's not going to be a first team player, and he doesn't need to be. Well-rounded mentals, good in the areas where he needs to be, and physically just average, not good, not great, just a okay defensive midfielder to have in. So welcome Anibal Moreno. And welcome Luciano Lucerno. I bought this guy for I think about 6 million. Another Argentinian. We're really loving the Argentinians. This guy has 17 determination, good physicals, great technicals where you need it to be. Mentally, he's already quite okay. And I have bought him and immediately loaned him out again. He's on 40k a week. I think he's going to be playing a lot for us if he can come over and start a couple of games, or maybe loan him out for 3 or 4 years. He's going to be either a starter or a backup player for us. I just like this guy, value for money, good deal, not anything special. And then I have one more wonder kid to show you. Say hello to Rafael Mota, who we are bringing in on a free. His contract is running out 26 at the beginning of the 2026 season, so we are bringing him in at that point. I'm probably going to be loaning him out. Mentally okay, physically very good, and technically he can still improve, but his potential is very high, my scouts say. So I'm going to see if I can just loan this guy out in the English divisions, see if he can get that homegrown status, and then he would be a very nice backup for us to have in the team. So nothing very special, but just a nice player to be signing on a free. From the beginning to the January transfer window to the end, I still played a couple of games. We did lose 2 of our Premier League games, so after that undefeated streak, we did lose against Aston Villa, where I don't know what happened. Everybody just collapsed, and Andre Onana put in another poor performance, so I really want to get that guy out. Liverpool was kind of expected to lose. They were just a better team away from Liverpool. At Anfield, it's always hard to win. But in the Champions League we did win against Antwerp and against Monaco, which now means that we are undefeated in the UEFA Champions League, and we get to skip a round, which is very nice, which makes our schedule a lot less busy. Anyway, that's going to be it for this episode. Next episode I'll be back with the youth intake, with other fun things that have happened, and of course you'll see the end of the season. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed, I hope you've liked it. If you liked it, please leave a like down below and subscribe if you want to see more, and I hope to see you in the next one.